Good evening, I am Tomas Guevara, and this is the channel Rewriting the Reality. Subscribe to this channel to understand the shift we are experiencing now. In today's episode 137, I am going to debunk the end of the world. Since I was young, I have been hearing prophecies regarding the end of the world. The most famous prophecies have been credited to Nostradamus. This 16th century French astrologer and physician penned his famous work, The Prophecies, in 1555. According to him, the world is destined to end in the year 3797, but this date is constantly changing depending on the translations and the person who did the translations. While he didn't provide intricate details, he did predict a final conflagration, which could involve a massive meteor storm or other catastrophic events. His prophecies span from his time, 1555, until that distant future date. Interestingly, another seer, Baba Vanga, known as the Nostradamus of the Balkans, predicted an even later end, around the year 5079, due to an unimaginable cosmic event. Nostradamus remains a fascinating figure whose cryptic verses continue to captivate our imaginations. There is an old saying that says, "It's always darkest before the dawn." This saying is a metaphorical expression that conveys the idea that things often seem to be at their worst just before they start to improve. It implies that even in the most challenging and difficult situations, there is always hope for a better outcome. So, when you're facing hardships, remember that brighter days may be just around the corner. In a previous episode, one explained that the final conflagration that Nostradamus saw was the end of the church. Before falling, the church will try to expand its power, and we are seeing it right now. Recently, Oklahoma's State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Ryan Walters, has mandated that public school teachers incorporate the Bible into classroom lessons for grades 5 through 12. This decision has sparked discussions about religious freedom and the role of biblical studies in education. While some states have introduced legislation to bring the Bible back to schools, opinions on this matter remain divided. It's essential to recognize that this directive is specific to Oklahoma and not a nationwide requirement. However, it is expected that other states and countries will try to implement this teaching in schools. Right now, I have witnessed that thousands of people are using Facebook to impose us their beliefs about the Bible and using Jesus as the head figure and talking about salvation. In my previous episode 135, Thomas's Gospel, I referred to 3 sayings. Saying 3 that said, "If your leaders say to you, 'Look, the kingdom is in the sky,' then the birds will get there before you. If they say, 'It is in the sea,' then the fish will get there before you. But the kingdom is within you and outside you." This means that there is no heaven, and as there is no hell either. Saying 13 that said, "When you make the two into one, and when you make the inner like the outer, and the outer like the inner, and the upper like the lower, and when you make male and female into a single one, so that the male will not be male nor the female be female, then you will enter the kingdom." This means that in our reality we have 3 orientations, male, female, and the other, which is a combination of the two, meaning being gay or lesbian. We are here only to experience being physical, period. In episode 127, I explained that according to Genesis, God supposedly created us 6,276 or 6,336 years ago. He did it on the 6th day. In the previous 5 days, he supposedly created the universe. The science community said the universe was created about 13.8 billion of years. That is a huge difference. Now, we also know that there are many universes, and the Bible doesn't mention that, and this is proof that the Bible is only a belief. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and be ready, because on July 29th, I will publish another gospel, Judas's Gospel. Remember that you can buy my books at Amazon.com under the name Tomas Guevara Calderon.